Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Petacolis of Secrets of Life and Death. And the topic of our blog today is bringing more luck into your life. Now, when I think about luck, I think about things like the four-leaf clover or the rabbit's foot, those sort of things that we held on to as children to bring more luck into our lives. Doesn't it seem like some people have all the luck and the rest of us seem to have to work really hard to bring luck into our lives? You know the type, the people who show up at an event that has raffles and win all the raffle prizes. I went to an event like that with a friend of mine, and she brought along her nephew, and she said to me ahead of time, she says, he's going to win all the raffles. And sure enough, he did. And I have another friend, a Sufi friend. Can fly into any city where our Sufi teacher is teaching a workshop, bag in tow, no plans, and she will always find a place to stay. Now, I have never been able to do that, to have that kind of confidence. I can remember the number of times that I have won a raffle prize. In seventh grade, I won a chocolate bar, a big, juicy, thick chocolate bar. And then at another event, an editor's networking event, I won a book on sound design. And at a women's event, networking event, I actually won a ticket to an abundance workshop, which turned out to be very abundant. And each time I knew right before the name was called that I was going to win. So subsequently, I have tried to reproduce that state of being, holding my breath, thinking positive thoughts, thinking yes, yes, yes. It hasn't worked so far. And yet, I believe that it is possible to learn to cultivate the capacity to bring luck into your life. And the reason why I believe that is because I actually have my own special area of luck in which I can attract what I want. Since the time that I reached puberty, I have always been able to attract the opposite sex. It doesn't seem like luck to me, it seems perfectly natural, but I think for other people it might seem like luck. For example, my husband, I shouldn't say current like I'm going to have another one, but my husband, I met him at a Sufi retreat where the ratio of women to men is about 7 to 1. And I saw him, he walked in the door, and I said, that one, he's mine. And there was lots of competition, but I wasn't daunted at all. I felt totally confident, clear, and bold, and that gave me the edge. So I invite you to think for a moment about some special talent that you have. Maybe you're really good at selling products, or maybe you're really good at cooking and coming up with a new recipe, or maybe you make plants grow. Think for a moment about what your talent is and think how you feel when you take on an endeavor in that area. Don't you feel confident? Don't you feel clear? Don't you feel bold? So I think those are the important ingredients to bringing luck into our lives. So let's start with confidence. Confidence is the assuredness that you are going to get what you want, the certainty. And it comes from a Latin word, con meaning with, and fidere meaning trust. So it is to be with trust. When we were children, when we were little babies, we actually came into this world in complete trust. Sort of like the fool in the tarot deck, the guy who is stepping off the cliff into the dragon's mouth. Babies are like that. And they really have no choice. They have to trust that the adults in their lives are going to nurture them, nourish them, and take care of them. But over the course of childhood, that trust is often severely tested through loss or abandonment or neglect or inadequacy of the adult or maybe even emotional or physical abuse. And through the course of their childhood, these children, we learn various survival patterns to help us survive, like being pleasing or hiding or maybe acting out. These patterns, however, they are the antithesis of what we need to be when we want to bring luck into our lives. So in order to bring more luck, we actually have to change these patterns. Fortunately, the mind can be changed. It has a neuroplasticity, so that when we practice a different way of thinking and being, we can actually change the neural networks in our brains. So some of the things that I use to help me change my brain are listening to positive audio tapes or reading positive uplifting books, or taking those power poses that they talk about. They actually did research that if you take a power pose, you increase your likelihood of success, maybe getting a job. Or I like dancing to upbeat music that has upbeat lyrics. So you get both the positive mind thoughts and you get the physical action. The other thing you can do is you can start to notice when you have negative thoughts and shift them or transform them into positive thoughts. Also, celebrating when we do that and having gratitude can help to start to transform the neural networks. Now, be warned that as you start to change your brain, there may be some blowback, almost like your inner child is having a tantrum and trying to get its way, that the ego. And it may seem like you're actually falling back and that you're never going to get into a positive mindset because you have so many negative thoughts. It's okay. Actually, that's a good sign. It means that those negative thoughts that have been buried inside are coming to the surface. And so you write them down and you start to rewrite them. And that's how you rewire your brain. Now, confidence or a positive mindset is not enough. The God or the universe, whoever is having control over the goodie basket, needs to also know what it is that we want. So clarity is the next thing that we want to bring in to our formula for bringing more luck into our lives. And that's the topic of my next blog. So I hope you will come back. If you are struggling with your mindset and would like some help, I would like to help you. I would like to offer you a complimentary breakthrough session. And in order to get this breakthrough session to help you identify what negative thoughts are holding you back and what you can do, go to the contact part of my website, secretsoflifeanddeath.com, and send me an email. And I will send a link to my scheduler and we can schedule a 45-minute phone call. So that's it for today. Good luck and be well. Bye for now.